Hi everybody! Enjoying this wonderful spring day. I thought I would come in today. I had a thought this morning that maybe you guys would enjoy me showing you. This is Maybelline, and just showing you guys how to groom the tail, underneath the tail and the back legs. I know that's an area that a lot of people might be afraid to groom, and so I just wanted to get on here and talk to you a little bit about it. If you can hear me okay, I'm Carrie Peterson. I am the owner of doggybo.com, and I started this Maltese grooming page to help empower people that have Maltese to groom at home instead of taking them to the groomers. So if you think this is helpful for somebody that you know, go ahead and hit share. Share the video on your wall or share it in any groups that you might be in so we can get some people on here. Post your comments, questions below, and I will answer them later. Now, while you're watching the video, I just want to tell you, you can swipe the comments to the side. So take your finger, drag it across your screen, and it will move the comments out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's get started. So first of all, I take the time to get Maybelline relaxed. I'm just kind of grooming her legs, kind of brushing her out. And when she's relaxed, then I will go ahead and start grooming her rear quarters. So I'm going to finish brushing her legs out. What I have here is just my pin brush, and then I am going to talk, this is actually just a small sample of the Crown Royal, and this is the ultimate detangler. So I not only like the smell of it, but it helps to prevent mats and it helps to get mats out. Now I just groomed her yesterday, so she doesn't have a lot of mats, but let's see. So what we're going to do is, normally I would put her on the grooming table and I would have her grooming leash on her, because often when you're grooming the legs, the dog will want to sit down. So they get kind of relaxed. It's kind of like us when we don't want to get out of bed in the morning, right? So they're really relaxed. I know some of you are struggling with dogs that won't lay down, right? They keep circling and circling and moving around, and you're trying to groom them. I have the opposite problem. My dogs are too relaxed and they just want to lay down, lay down, lay down. So I have to kind of hold underneath their belly to get them to stand up. Right? Yeah, she loves being groomed. So I'm going to finish combing her. We're trying to think of some of the questions we had yesterday with the grooming. The beard. There were some questions about grooming the beard. Basically, I just comb the hair down on the face, and then I take my grooming scissors and let me see if I can get this closer so you guys can see. So I trim along the corner of the eyes. Okay. Now she trusts me, she doesn't move at all. She's used to this. If your dog is moving a lot, I highly suggest that you get a grooming table and attach that grooming arm that I was talking about. It'll hold their head still, because this is not an area that you want to make a mistake, right? So after I get the hair all groomed here, okay, so now if I'm grooming the beard, I'm actually, this hair, this is kind of like a little goatee, this circle of hair around her mouth, okay, and it only goes back about 1 inch. And then from there back, you can either use the clippers or you can use the scissors to trim that hair. So it's just like a man's goatee. The hair is only long on the front part of the face. The cheekbones, all of that is cut short. Okay, I'm using scissors right now, but normally I use clippers. And I just trim the hair so it literally just goes in, gives a nice clean appearance. And okay, let's see. So that's that. Okay, then I go back in and I just trim around the edge. Now you can actually, these are curved shears, so you can actually turn them this way. It helps you get a nice rounded effect to it. And then I just trim. They have whiskers poking out, so I'll trim the whiskers a little bit. and it just gives a nice clean appearance to it. And this is the look that I like. I mean, it's a personal preference. I look at people's different grooming methods, and then I kind of adapt my own to what I like. Her hair on her ears is actually still growing out. I had cut her and Isabella. See, there's still some short. A long time ago, I had cut their hair really, really short. And it was cute. They look like little chihuahuas, but now I'm growing it back out, okay? So, I don't want this to be too long of a tutorial, but basically, when you have the rear end, okay? Stand, Maybelline, stand. She's scared she's gonna fall. Stand. Can you stand? Good girl. So she's gonna wanna lay down, but I just kinda tell her it's okay. And what I'm gonna talk about is grooming the base of the tail. If you leave the base of the tail very long, what'll happen is the hair hangs down. When they go to the bathroom, it gets stuck. Poop can get stuck in the hair and everything else. So you want to make sure that you trim the base of the tail, okay? So what I'm going to do right now, hopefully she'll keep standing for me. Stand, Maybelline, good girl. Don't sit. I'm going to trim the base of the tail. Notice I'm using the curved shears. You don't have to use curved shears, but you can. And it gives a nice, neat, even in the show ring, they trim the base of the tail because otherwise the hair hangs down. You can't see the top line of the dog here very well when the hair at the base of the tail is long. So they usually trim around the base of the tail. So I'm just very carefully, good girl, Maybelline. I'm going around the whole base of the tail. Now she's used to this because she was a previous show dog, so she kind of knows the drill. But if your dog's moving around, you can use another one of those grooming leashes to hold their rear end up if they're trying to sit down, okay? So I'm just going to go around. I'm going to get as close as I can to the anus there. Anal glands. That is something that some people are not experienced in doing. Some of you may not know what anal glands are. They are basically oil sacs, and they are based at about 7 o'clock and 4 o'clock. If they are not expressed, it can be very, very serious. They can get infected and cause a lot of problems. So if you don't have experience in expressing them, have your take them to a groomer and have it done, or to the vet. They can do it. But either way, you need to have it done. And you will notice that they need to be drained because they will start dragging their butt on the ground and start just acting uncomfortable. So you want to make sure you do that. So back to what I was saying, you just keep trimming. You can use clippers for this. I prefer to use scissors, and you can see it just gives a nice, neat appearance, okay? Then when I come back here, they often get urine staining on the back of the legs. So what I do is I just comb the hair straight down and just trim around the inside of the legs and the bottom of the feet. And it just really prevents that problem of stuff getting stuck back here, and it keeps it a lot cleaner. So if anybody has any questions, you can go ahead and comment below. I just thought I would hop on here real quick and do this with you guys. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you guys? Just going to trim the base of this. Most groomers actually shave the whole underside area here just to keep it real clean. I don't shave it. I just bathe them frequently. If I notice they're getting a lot of staining, I'll just trim the hair shorter, but I don't actually shave their bottom. Some groomers will actually shave the whole back end here, and I don't like the way it looks. It just looks too bare. So I'll show you guys from the back. Stand. Stand. Good girl. Stand. You can see, let's see, I'll try to turn the camera. You can see I don't shave it totally bare. Okay? I like them to be covered up. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you guys quickly today how how to keep this trimmed up nice. So when I actually shave the body with a 5F blade, I come all the way around and I usually shave this whole area, the whole body, torso area, okay? And then I grow the legs long. That's the way I like it done. As far as trimming the legs, somebody was asking how to trim the legs. I just comb the hair straight down. Good girl, Maybelline. I comb the hair straight down. And like I said, her hair is still growing out from her shortcut. Eventually, this top coat, like a Cocker Spaniel, will grow all the way down. And then it'll look really, really beautiful. So it's kind of like having them in full coat, but not really. And so depending on the coat type, she has a pure silk coat, so it's really easy to keep her legs long. But some dogs, they have a curlier coat or a softer coat that mats really easy. And then I would recommend just trimming them in a puppy cut and having the hair be a lot shorter. So I hope that answers some questions. I trim all the way around. I do trim on the inside of the leg because, like I said, if you kept this area all long underneath where they go pee, it just gets saturated. Yes, Maybelline's feeling better. Thank you, Pam. Yeah, she was sick yesterday. I don't know. Sometimes I think dogs just eat certain things or they get stressed and they get sick. But thank you so much for saying that. Yes, she's doing much better, aren't you, girl? Anyway, so I like to trim that hair underneath, trim it away because, like I said, it just gets full of urine anyways. So I keep it trimmed short underneath there. So, and as far as like staining, if you use any kind of, oh, she's got a mat here. So let's talk about matting at the base of the tail. I'm actually not taking the slicker and going against the skin because you'll give her brush burn and then they won't want to be groomed anymore. So what I'm doing is I'm barely touching the brush to the hair. It's a very light process. You shouldn't hear the slicker brush against the skin. You should have your hand underneath the hair and you're brushing this slicker brush against your hand. It's not even touching her skin. Okay? I just want to emphasize that because some people are using slickers like a pin brush. And a slicker is a lot harder. You can see that the bristles are very thin and they're kind of sharp. They're excellent at getting mats out, but I wouldn't recommend using them against the skin, okay? It's just a little too harsh. So I just barely touch them to the skin. So you can see the plume on her tail is really nice. Just to be totally honest with you, she mats up her tail pretty bad. I don't know if she licks it or what. And so I often have to come in with a slicker and demat it. So I'm going to trim the base of her feet real quick. Good girl, Maybelline. Is there any other questions while I'm on here that you guys have? I appreciate you guys sharing these videos so that we can help as many people as possible. Grooming can be overwhelming at first. If you would have seen my first Maltese, first of all, he had a very cottony coat. His coat was more like a Bichon. But I remember when I first started grooming him, he looked terrible, okay? There was literally divots in his coat where I'd go, you know, yes, the brush and the scissors in the kit. Yes, the kit comes with scissors. It comes with small scissors for trimming the eyes. It comes with the ear powder. I didn't bring that up. I think I will do maybe tomorrow. I'll come back in and do a tutorial of how to clean the ears for you guys. And so anyways, there's a whole list when you go to doggybo.com, click on Grooming Tools, click Shop, and then once you're in there, go to the Grooming Tools, and in there you'll see the kit, and in the description it describes all the stuff. We have the tweezers, we have the scissors, the grooming scissors, and then we have the curved little scissors that we use for the corners of the eyes, and a sample of bands to put their hair up in a top knot, and all kinds of good stuff. So you guys can go check it out. I'll drop the link after we finish this live video, and you guys can just click on it. So, let's see. She went out in our grass after I mowed, and her feet look kind of yellow or green now. So, welcome to all of our new members of our Maltese grooming page. I welcome you. Don't be afraid to post on the wall and ask questions. I like to see if you have a behavioral issue or something you're struggling with. Go ahead and you can post a video on the timeline. And I realize you guys are all learning. She's got a mat here. Again, I'm not going against her skin. I'm using the brush to get the mat out, but I'm not going against her skin. I love teaching you guys. The greatest way you can help me is to share the video, like the video, tag your friends in the video to get the word out. So that's a great way to give back to the Maltese community and also help me to get the word out. So, and I'll have specials on this page coming up on grooming supplies. Right now that Grooming Kit is on special for an introductory offer. I did my research. My kit is completely competitively priced if you were to buy the stuff individually. So anyway, I just wanted to make it easier for people that want to groom at home, not to have to research the different things, but to have the kit with everything in it that you need. It's the basics. It's not everything that I use, but it's the basics to get started. Good girl. She just loves this attention. Okay, so now you see I got the mat out, and what you'll see is the hair is kind of jagged, kind of like when you have a knot in your hair and you get the knot out and it's all over. The grooming table, Pam, I posted a link to the same grooming table that I have, the same style of grooming table, yesterday on the wall. So if you want to go back and look at that, it's a link to Amazon. The thing about the full-size grooming table, her little leg is getting tired. Okay, you can lay down, hon. The thing about the grooming table is it's not portable. I actually am thinking about selling my big grooming table and getting one that is more portable. Right now I have a TV tray that works great. I'm out on my deck right now, obviously, just on the patio table. And but if you have a room that you can dedicate, do all your grooming and stuff like that, then sure, but those tables, those grooming tables are actually very heavy and they're not very mobile. So I recommend getting one of those round. I had posted some links on the wall, if you go back, of some different types of grooming tables. And then you can attach your, let's turn this way, Maybelline, so they can see you. There was several questions about tear staining. How do I keep my dog's face white? First of all, it's genetic, it's nutritional. I feed Life's Abundance to my dogs, which is it's a grain-free food, and it's delivered to my home. It's made fresh. It's not sold in retail stores. I've used it. I used it as a Maltese breeder, and I've continued to use it for my pets now. I don't breed anymore, but that's what I use for food. And then I mostly try to keep their face dry. But if they have staining, what I recommend is always Bright Eyes. So it comes with a 2-step process. And this is a non-toxic, non-bleaching product that was created by breeders that have been breeding the Maltese for 20 years. And so this is what I use. You saturate the face with the liquid first, and you put it on there, and you work it down into the hair. Now, Maybelline has no tear staining, but you would put it on there and saturate the hair, and then you take the powder, and it has no cornstarch in it or boric acid. This is all natural. So if it gets in their mouth, it's not a big deal. If it gets in the eyes, you don't want to get it in the eyes. You got to be careful, but it won't hurt them. And so then you just apply the powder to their beard. You can use it on their feet if you want, but she doesn't have any issues there. But I just wanted to show that to you guys. So I hope this answers some of your questions. Such a beautiful day. I thought it would be fun to come out here and groom on the deck. So if you've enjoyed this video and you've learned anything, thank you, honey. Then go ahead and share the video and tag any friends that you would think would find this helpful. So hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope the sun is shining where you're at. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.